criterion is the Quran.
I mean, the Quran, right, the Quran testifies. Okay.
Yeah, the Quran is a guardian over it. It's both of the scriptures, the Injil and the Torah, which you don't believe Injil is the Bible today, yes? So, the Quran is clear. Whatever is with the Quran, we agree with it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right, okay.
So for example, if Moses says, for example, Shamaya Israel, Adonai Elohim, Adonai Ahad, we agree. We completely agree. We clap our hands, we're happy.
Quran testifies that every verse that agrees with the principle. You want to do that?
No, it doesn't. It just says the Quran is a criterion over it.
But what is it? It says
a guardian on a criterion. وَمُهَيْمِنًا عَلَيْهِ.
You'll sit. Let me just check that. Sure. At the end of the day, it's not talking about. Sure. Is it?
I'm not trying to convince you.
Okay, great.
What I'm saying is, this is a criteria, this is what I believe, this is what I heard from Jewish scholars. You know that there are many Orthodox Jews that accept Prophet Muhammad as a prophet, for the Arabs. Not for them.
Orthodox Jews? Orthodox Jews?
None.
No Orthodox Jews.
His name is Ben something, is in Facebook, I forgot his name. He's very popular, he came here to the UK as well to talk about Judaism.
It's very interesting.
But there are scholars for sure.
Anyone could say anything in the name of Judaism doesn't mean he falls into the realms of Judaism.
Sure. No, but what he says is...
Yeah, but this guy, whoever doesn't define mainstream Orthodox Judaism.
I never said that. I agree with you.
Can I ask you something about Islam? You basically believe that the Quran is incorruptible, and if you just read it in Arabic, you read Arabic? Right. So you read Arabic, then you just know by reading it that the Quran can only be created by God. Because there's no human could have written that. That's what you believe?
To a certain extent, but go ahead, make your point.
Okay, so the Bismillah in Surah Al-Fatiha, right? Bismillah is a dispute among Islamic scholars who speak Arabic, right?
No.
There's a dispute about it.
About it from myself.
Say whether it's part of the Quran or not.
Whether it's part of Surah Al-Fatiha.
I don't think let me take out my...
First thing that we have to understand, but before we divert to that, we deal with our point, then I'll go happily, I'll go happily. So what I was talking about, the Prophet, which is the scholars, which are claiming to be Orthodox, whatever, we claim to be Jewish.
Right, okay.
They didn't become Muslim.
Right, okay.
They don't have a reason to support Muslims.
Right, okay.
They still, but they say because of Isaiah 42, Deuteronomy 18:18, and such scriptures that they accept Prophet Muhammad as a prophet. Okay? But they say, this is what they say, he's for the Arabs.
Okay.
This is what they say. That's why we say they say we don't follow him.
Right, okay.
So they follow Moses, they still the Jewish tradition, but they say Prophet Muhammad is a prophet. So what I was trying to speak about, Deuteronomy 18:18 is a criteria for all prophets. Speaking about one prophet, but it's a criteria for all prophets, which I heard from Jewish scholars. Then it should apply to Prophet Muhammad as well. This is the only thing I was saying. So
The Prophet...
ignore that. Let me make another question. Why do you guys reject Prophet Muhammad?
No evidence. No evidence, and for him being a prophet.
So if he predicts the future every time being right,
So again, and even if there was evidence, it's contradicted by the fact that Torah says it's going to be from the Jews.
sorry?
Even if he did predict,
So this is the reason.
Say,
You read the Quran.
Say,
You read the Quran.
I read a couple of chapters, very complicated.
You know what it says?
Say, I don't. No, I can't tell you. I can quote something out of the Quran.
So it says what you just said. It says, do you know, do you know him as they know their own son? They know the Prophet Muhammad is a prophet, but the reason they reject him is, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about certain Jewish scholars. But they reject him because he's not from the lineage of Isaac. This is what the Quran says. It's very clear, which is what...
That is true. That is true.
Which is what you said to me.
Accepting him as a prophet, I don't think so.
Okay. So,
I'm saying even if we accepted that he had prophecies, that wouldn't prove that he was there.
This would be my question. Can you show me a scripture in the Jewish tradition that says a prophet cannot be from the lineage of Ishmael.
It doesn't say not from the lineage of Ishmael, it says from your brother. Which means
No, this scripture,
like you.
this scripture, no problem. Torah is not one. It's not Deuteronomy 18:18. So what I'm saying, the whole Torah doesn't talk about that a prophet cannot come from the lineage of Ishmael.
It doesn't say no from Ishmael.
Yes. So if it doesn't say no from Ishmael, that means you cannot reject the Prophet Muhammad on that basis. So he might come from the lineage of Ishmael. This is what I'm saying.
Again,
As the cousin.
the prophets who God has his stamp of approval in the Torah are only those that are from the prophets.
Prophet Muhammad is not in the prophet
he's not
mentioned by the books in the Torah. This is not what I'm talking about.
No, again,
Talking about
the
something-
Torah says prophets will be from your brothers, which means not from Ishmael.
no, this scripture it says,
Correct. That's Torah.
but it doesn't say. What I'm saying is, it doesn't negate the fact that there can be a prophet from the lineage of Ishmael. The lineage of Ishmael is also a lineage of prophet. It's also coming from Abraham, and it
I
says.
mean, they could be, theoretically, yes, they could be a prophet from Ishmael to Ishmael. So any-
Ishmael himself was a prophet.
say, according to some okay.
Prophet. So what I'm saying is, it's very easy that a prophet comes from that. And if there is evidence, as you said, if you're truthful, especially, I'm not saying you're not. Do you want to go to some? No. Let's go. So, sorry to drag you all the way.
If there's evidence.
So what I was saying is, if we're truthful with ourselves,
Right.
which I believe you are, I'm not saying you're not, and there is evidence that, because the first thing you told me, there is no evidence. If there is evidence that proves the Prophet Muhammad is the Prophet of God,
Right, then he could be a prophet.
Yes,
Then
prophesy.
theoretically he could be a prophet.
yes, this is the only thing I'm saying. Do you accept that?
If there's evidence.
Okay. So if I show you now predictions of Prophet Muhammad predicting the future accurately,
Go on.
is that evidence enough of evidence?
Again, it's also he can't contradict the Torah. That's also another thing, right?
But the problem is there's something that's called progressive revelation.
That's what I don't accept, because the Torah says quite clearly that this is the same thing for forever.
So I
Torah's-
cannot show you anything now in the Torah that was abrogated in a sense, or stops from the time of Noah, Abraham.
Unless it was clearly stated in the Torah, this is what do you call it, a temporary thing. And certain things were like, in the desert there were certain things we were told to do, which, well, other
Yes,
ones no.
so what I'm
They're
saying
they're all
is-
permanent, correct.
Something that God said for you to do or not to do,
Correct.
He could in the future say not do it or do it.
No,
Why?
because he said this is going to be forever.
No. If it says He's going to be forever, that's a different story.
Right.
But if it
That's
doesn't
what
say,
that's what it
yes,
says in the Torah.
yes. But if it doesn't say it's, and still it could say it's forever, but on the Jews. This is why we have to understand. You see what I'm saying? So it could not be.
Right, okay. I mean,
There are multiple interpretations that you could come into that. So what I'm saying is, when you say contradicts the Torah, look, a person, this is my argument, or this is what I'm saying. A person who claims to be a prophet, correct, that predicts the future being right every time. His religion, he prevailed in his missionary, he didn't die, he prevailed over his enemies, he established his religion.
that's not a criteria for prophet, but okay.
No, I'm not saying it is.
Right.
I'm not saying it is. Prevailed over his enemies, etc., etc., etc. Which is the rest of the criteria.
Jews.
Which is the rest of the criteria of 1818, other than the part that we disagree with, there's disagreement upon. The rest of the criteria, he fulfills it very well. I don't believe that God would allow someone like this. God will not allow a false prophet to predict the future being right every time, calling in the name of other gods, being successful in his missionary, having all these people following him today to hellfire, in a sense.
Right, okay, cool. But
This
do you
is-
have,
this is what
do
I'm
you have
saying.
any evidence of future predictions?
Sure.
Go on.
So I'll give you some right now. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, there will come a time where the Bedouin, have you heard of this before? Bedouin barefoot Arab men
Yeah, go on.
will be competing in high structures or high buildings, tall structures.
Okay.
Are you aware where's the tallest building in the world today?
Right, it's in Dubai. Right.
Do you know who's competing with them?
Dubai as well.
No.
Go on.
Saudi Arabia is competing. This year they're building something taller than it. So these Bedouin Arab men are competing in building high structures.
Okay. Right.
This is what I want you to
Can
do.
I see the context of what you said though? Again, it's
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
It's, the
It's a
same-
prediction. I'll show you.
Nostradamus had a lot of predictions.
Yes.
Right?
Do you know
and
do you know his problem? There's a book coming out on
they're,
this.
they're,
on
they're
this.
so wishy-washy that you can pretty much read anything into.
Exactly.
Right. So,
So you're supporting what I'm saying.
so now I want to
His-
see. I want to see what
his predictions.
I want to see what Muhammad said in as it was understood at the time.
Okay. Do you want me to get you the reference?
Honestly, I'd be interested.
In English or Hebrew, not Arabic.
Sorry?
In English or Hebrew?
But not in Arabic.
In English or Hebrew? Yeah,
Not
sure,
in
in
Arabic.
English. Sure. I'm not gonna bring my Hebrew scripture and read it in front of you, which you did. You know, I'm not gonna bring my Arabic scripture. I'm gonna bring English because I'm fair. I have nothing to hide. I'll give you references as well. Sorry?
Yeah, let's get in the group.
I'll give it to you later. I'll give it to you.
יש אותי עניין, יש שם 15 אנשים,
אוקיי.
בפנים, בכל, כן, מעצר. כאן אדם אחד.
Emerge. He's showing me a prophecy of Muhammad. You ready?
I'll show you others as well.
Yeah,
This is
okay.
just one.
Is it live? Am I watching people? You're watching me live?
It's not, I don't think it's not.
Oh, salam alaikum.
They're not all Muslims, by the way.
Okay, all right. Most of them are.
Maybe.
Most
Perhaps.
of them
I know a few words in Arabic.
Tell me
Kola pasta ba'ashara.
Alhamdulillah.
Inshallah.
Kola pasta ba'ashara.
I have no idea what
I
you're
mean,
saying.
all the stuff for sale for 10. Kola pasta ba'ashara.
We live in
basta
Jerusalem. We live in
Kola
Jerusalem.
pasta ba'ashara.
Ashra is 10.
Ashra.
Kul
Pasta.
is all, but the one in the middle I don't
Pasta?
get.
How do you say like produce or stuff for sale?
Like a store.
Like a store.
Ah, pasta.
Pasta. Kola pasta ba'ashara.
Yeah, pasta, but it's okay. That's very good.
Look, I live in Jerusalem. I go many times to the old city of Jerusalem.
Yes.
Yeah. To the Western Wall.
Yes.
And therefore,
coffees.
as I go through the Arab market there, that's what they shout. Kola pasta ba'ashara.
This is kind of Palestinian dialect.
Yeah.
Oh, you say in Arabic, there's different versions.
Different dialects.
I've got
So
a-
we have around 22 Arabic countries, so there are multiple
I've got a
different.
friend who's like from Morocco.
different dialects.
He speaks Arabic, but like when he comes to Israel, he's just like,
What do they call it? Levant. What's Levant?
Levant is like Middle East.
It's a story.
He's showing me a prophecy about Muhammad talking about competing in building high buildings. And he's
Have
like-
you heard it before?
I think I've seen a recording of Shamsi saying it, but never
Oh,
looked
you
it
guys
up.
watch the people in here.
I've seen it. You see?
Yeah.
Hashem just means the name. We don't say God's name. So it just means the name. Be'ezrat Hashem means like with the help of God. Inshallah. That was my accent. Inshallah. Oh, not bad, huh? That's good. So how many people you got following me this? This is quite interesting. How many followers you got on this? Is it a YouTube channel? How many people you got following it? Hello, long time no see.
He's hiding his followers.
Ah, alaikum salam. You were the guy who told me last time round. The Bismillah. It's this Bismillah. Right, it's a dispute among Muslim scholars. Whether it's no, was it you?
Maybe I know that.
So
It's a dispute among Muslim scholars whether it's part of the Quran or not. You told me that last time, no?
It is part of the Quran. The dispute is either to recite it during the prayer or not. This is the dispute.
Okay.
Not part of the. It is part of the Quran. And the evidence for that, there is one verse or one surah in Quran called At-Tawbah.
Okay.
This surah At-Tawbah without Bismillah.
Okay.
You know, when you say it, it's without Bismillah. It's literally without Bismillah. The only surah without Bismillah is Surah At-Tawbah. There is dispute. For example, Hanafi and Maliki, they say Bismillah. Salafi, the people, they don't say Bismillah.
Okay.
Myself, I say Bismillah when I
So this is the prediction. The Prophet replied that you see barefoot. Read it.
Can I see that thing in context? Because this is
Yeah, sure. This is the context.
I want to see the whole context. And the last time,
Sure, I'll give it.
Prophet, the one asked knows no more of it, and the one asking.
Come. There's other Muslims who want to speak to you.
It's Shamsi. Yeah.
Huh?
It's the guy in the middle.
Who
It's
with the
Shamsi.
golden tooth?
I'm not here to shout. So this
No,
is my
but
thing.
shouting is fun. Come.
No. I'm not here for entertainment.
Yaki wants to speak to you.
Can I see the thing? Because this is the translation, which is translated after.
No, I can tell you the Arabic
wanna
myself, but
So, I want to see the whole thing in context, in just a regular translation, not the one that's sort of been collated.
what do you mean by regular
I
translation?
mean, a lot of these things are collated for the.
No, it says الحفاة العراة. الحفاة العراة means literally Bedouin Arabs. Okay? يتطاولون في البنيان. البنيان مبنى is a building. يتطاولون is competing in height. أطول is taller. So this is very clear in the Arabic context. This is not just an interpretation. You can go check it yourself when you go home.
Can you get me a regular Quran? Where's the verse reference?
This is not the Quran.
Where is
This
it?
is the Hadith.
Hadith. Okay.
Do you want the reference? Correct?
Yeah.
I'll get you the reference. But after I'll give you the reference. Will you accept this?
You say I want to look it up. It's not like there's no.
If I give you the reference, you can look it right now. Sure.
Sure. That's what I want to do. I don't take pressure just because you're showing something on camera that I'm going to have to like. Yeah. So what's the reference? I'll write it down.
Okay, so Sahih Muslim, book of Iman. Book of Iman. Iman is like faith, basically.
Iman. Yeah, it's in Hebrew as well.
Yes. Hadith number 8.